everyone, and welcome back to New Vegas. In our last video we explored the small town of Good Springs and decided to help defend its inhabitants against powder gangers to save a man named Ringo. Today, we'll be watching the aftermath of our decision to fight with Good Springs. We'll also be making our way to Prim and Novak and having our first interactions with Kaisar's Legion and the NCR. So sit back, grab your snacks, and enjoy the video. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Howdy.
We head into Good Springs, and there they are. We see the powder gangers. I took out my dynamite, deciding it would be best to pick them one by one. Realizing I had no chance of making it that far, I tried to free throw it. In the aftermath, I seem to have injured a couple of them and killed them too. And another one bit the dust, but we're being attacked up close quarters.
Done.
I took out my knife and got to stabbing. It's from here where we can start to pick off the last few. We learn that the powder gangers now vilify us, but on the bright side, Good Springs likes us. Our reputation really carries our name. After I'm done looting their corpses, I'm approached by him, Ringo.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Hey, don't mention it.
I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
Looks like that's something we're gonna have to keep in mind. But until then, I'm gonna go speak with everyone in Good Springs about what just happened and see if they have anything to say. The first person I went to talk to was Trudy. Let's see what she says.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet.
Although she comments on it, she has nothing else to say, and we don't unlock any new dialogue with her. Soon after, I noticed Easy Pete was hanging out in the corner celebrating his victory with a cold one. Good on you, Easy Pete.
Hello? That ought to keep things settled for a while. Hope it stays that way.
And the same with him. No new dialogue options, although he comments on it. What about Sunny?
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future. Until next time.
Well, no new dialogue from her, but at least she commented on it. No one else really had anything to say, so I figured it would be a good time to head to Prim, where everyone pointed us in Good Springs. Maybe some people will know something there. On the way there, I had to fight off a couple powder gangers left and right, more than once, but I got lucky enough to find a note that they left behind. I'll read it to you here.
Not many patrols out here lately, which means not much loot. Our crew's thinking we should make a move soon, follow the tracks up north, head towards the strip. You win? Ain't on the chain gang anymore, but we still gotta stick together.
As we start to get closer to Prim, we approach an NCR flag still waving in the nuclear wind. What was once seen as a symbol of safety could now be seen as a symbol of martial law and corruption.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
After admiring it, we're approached. What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Well, you're in the NCR. Why aren't you protecting the town or something? Do your job.
We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them.
Remind me, why can't you protect them?
We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Thank you, but I think we can handle ourselves. Starting to head to Prim, we see an NCR trooper guarding a bridge that leads there. But wait, it's filled with landmines. So I disarmed them one by one and made my way into Prim safely. As we enter, we can see that Prim must have been an old casino town, once filled with neon lights and gamblers betting all their money and sipping down booze like water. It's now a ghost town with only pictures and relics to commemorate the old world. But anyways, there's some convicts here. I did my best to pick at them with my varmint rifle, and eventually I managed to kill both of them. A deadly final blast sends him ragdolling, ignoring all rules of physics. Before going any further and completing my objective, I discovered a Mojave Express, the very same Mojave Express that I used to work for. A man named Daniel Wyan is laying on the floor, who I can only assume was a previous courier, who also met his fate. He has a note on his body that says deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint. Take possession of the package and pay for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash at the Mojave Express Agency in Prim. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. This package contains 2 oversized dice composed of fuzzy material. Penalties of the contract read, you're an authorized agent of the Mojave Express package until the delivery is complete and payment has been processed, contractually obligated to complete this transaction and materially responsible for any malfeasance or loss. Failure to deliver the proper recipient may result in forfeiture of your advance and bonus, criminal charges, and/or pursuit by mercenary reclamation teams. The Mojave Express isn't responsible for what may happen to you. From here, I decided to head inside. From here, we look to the left and discover a robot on the table. I'll talk about him in another video, but there's plenty of options to fix him. The interior wasn't that interesting, so I started to head towards my goal and approached Vicky and Vance Casino. Let's head inside and see if anyone knows about the man who shot us.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but who exactly are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
Hey, that's crazy. I'm a courier with the Mojave Express.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
Well, I lost a package I was supposed to deliver.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
I sure do. What can you tell me about this job? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Go ahead and take a look.
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
You said strange. What was so strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in.
Cowboy robot, huh? But he canceled?
Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around, asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as lack of rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package, that's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out.
Do you know who he was, where he went? Anything you can tell me about this guy?
No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say.
He said cowboy robot. We know of Victor and the one in here. Was it the one over there, past your shoulder?
Nope. Different fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me.
So he had a country accent and a face on a screen. It's Victor. But anyway, some people stole my package. A guy in a checkered suit. Know anything?
Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
Yeah, well, one of those men shot me. I need to know the best way to get to them. Fast.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
It's time we say goodbye to Johnson Nash and go to save the deputy, who apparently managed to get kidnapped. Well, from what it sounds like, some of the convicts took him and put him in this building where the roller coaster's behind. Let's go check it out and see what we can find. As soon as we enter the building, we see an enemy, and he spots us not too long after. There's only one way to resolve this. I had to pick at him with my baseball bat and smack him upside the head until he died. It took longer than I'd like to admit. After defeating him, I noticed that there was a terminal on the south side of the room that seemed to unlock a door, so I took a crack at it. After getting in, I disengaged the lock. Looking around for whatever it could have unlocked, I realized there was a door to the immediate left of me. Opening it, we walk in and see the pre-war body of a maintenance worker and find the Bison Steve maintenance key. Looking around the room, we see that there's some minor loot. I happen to stumble upon some chems and some weapons also. There's also a little bit of food in the fridge, but nothing too important. Continuing through the building, I didn't see much of interest, so I had to pick off convicts one by one until they all died. Heading into the kitchen after killing all our enemies reveals that we can see Deputy Beagle tied up, but I had my priorities straight and had to grab purified water first.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
Yeah, you must be Deputy Beagle.
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
I hear you may have information on some cons that came through here with a guy in a checkered suit. How about you tell me what you know?
Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
Oh, actually, I have a better idea. You can tell me or you can rot in here. It's up to you.
Well, you look to be a trustworthy sort. Okay, I'll tell you what I know. I overheard them saying that they're on their way to Novak. If you want to follow them, I strongly suggest that you follow the road through Nipton. There are a lot of dangerous things out in the desert. You won't have me with you to protect you, as I need to stay here and keep Prim safe. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here.
If you try to run away instead of fighting at my side, I'll kill you myself. Don't even test me.
Oh, why, of course. I'd never let you fight my kidnappers with my help, but without it. You lead the way.
Yeah, whatever you say, let's get out of here. So heading out through a corridor, I finally got to use that maintenance key I picked up earlier. I'm glad that came in handy. We have a better chance of talking outside, so let's speak.
Hey there.
Tell me about the guy who shot me.
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
So it looks like we need to head through Nipton and go to Novak.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air! Couldn't you just drink it like booze?
Hey, buddy, you feeling all right there?
Are you kidding me? Never felt better. Yeah!
Okay, what kind of lottery did you win?
What lottery? The lottery, that's what lottery! Are you stupid? Only lottery that matters. Oh my god, smell that air!
Yeah, I've been enjoying this, but I need to get going.
Bye.
After talking to him, I see a flag flying in the air. That could only mean one thing. We've seen the NCR flag, but this must be the flag of Caesar's Legion. We see heads on stakes, burning tires with corpses. What happened here? As we travel onward, we see crucified powder fingers. Nothing that we could do could help them. I look out at the distance and see a group of people wearing red, Spartan-like suits. Oh no.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton. to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here. Especially any NCR troops you run across.
We have a variety of dialogue options here, but I want to play along. I'll do what you ask, Wolpes.
Then I bid you Wale, until we meet again.
Part of me can't help but like this guy.
Hold your tongue, wastrel.
Was there more for us to discuss?
We can speak with him again. What lessons did you teach here?
Where to begin? That they are weak, and we are strong? This much was known already. But the depths of their moral sickness, their dissolution, Nipton serves as the perfect object lesson.
So what exactly happened here then?
Nipton was a wicked place, debased and corrupt. It served all comers, so long as they paid. Profligate troops, powder gangers, men of the Legion, such as myself. The people here didn't care. It was a town of whores. For a pittance, the town agreed to lead those it had sheltered into a trap. Only when I sprang it did they realize they were caught inside it too.
Wait, so you captured everyone here?
Yes, and herded them to the center of town. I told them their sins, the foremost being disloyalty. I told them that when legionaries are disloyal, some are punished, the others made to watch. And I announced the lottery. Each clutched his ticket, hoping it would set him free. Each did nothing, even when loved ones were dragged away to be killed.
This man clearly knows what the art of war is about. Savagery and striking fear into the hearts of your enemies. I admire the purity.
It has a stark beauty, doesn't it? I'm glad you can appreciate it. Now go, and teach them what you learned here. There will be more lessons in the days ahead.
Saying this is a good way to gain fame from Caesar's Legion early on. After speaking with Wolpes, we realize that we have to head to Novak. On the way up there, we see a sign that says "Welcome to Nevada, the Silver State," which means that we just came out of California. We start to head up the hill towards Novak. We see a crashed bus. In our next episode, we will be heading to Novak and finding the people that did that to us. But for now, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Please, have a great day.